Hello everyone, welcome back to part 3, free for all. We are actually gonna grab his capital really soon. Um, he has no defense. He does seem to have walls up, but that doesn't really matter. So his capital had the Hanging Gardens, the pyramids, and I'm not sure about the Great Library. I think not, but still, those were some decently good early uh, world wonders. And the reason why I went for him because he was the only one that was on this side of the map. Uh, so and he had like hanging gardens, which would eventually lead to his city becoming really powerful. Um, Especially if he would manage to get Petra in that city. So, though as I could see, Petra in this case wouldn't really give him a lot because most of it are floodplains. But still, so and the problem at this point is that I have a lot of units, which I don't know what I could actually do with them except uh, keep on attacking. And I will get his second city really soon, so I will be left with a lot of units. I don't think I lost any of my units there in that siege. So so some of the units are gonna go for his city, and some of the units are gonna actually go and clear some barbarian camps around. I'm gonna leave his capital as a puppet, so I don't really need to annex it. So that city was a really bad city. So I didn't. Here I just wanted to relieve myself of some units because I had a lot of units and going negative in the gold deficit. I mean, and it's actually useless. So I'm gonna chop down some forest around because those tiles are not gonna be worked on anyway. So especially since I got the pyramids now, I can chop the forest in one turn. I mean, instantly, not in one turn. And will eventually help my cities build up. So, education, right after civil service. At this point, I think only the Siamese capital will be the one that will benefit from the civil service. Okay, and my third city will benefit for from one tile. Here I'm just gonna move my units, hoping I'll run into someone and attack him. Uh, of course, I don't expect that I will finish the next player with that amount of units, and those units which are actually behind the tech, behind their upgrades, but I will harass the next player and will force him to make military units, which is the goal here. So I'm not the only one that will have a gold deficit. I mean, I will not be the only one spending gold on military maintenance. So that's the whole point. I will do some damage with those units, and even if I could get a city, some secondary city would be great. And I'm prepared to actually lose every single unit. So if he does manage to, I mean, kill all of my units, and he, he would have to build up a decently big force. So here I'm just receiving units from the city-state. The Great Wall was built. At this point, I don't know which civilization from those two. I would assume it was the Byzantiums, since they are tough with. I mean, they have a better score, so I, I would assume it was them. And here I got 3M just to protect my fishing boats from the barbarians. And yeah, so you could actually see the Great Wall on their borders, but still, um, it doesn't matter. I'm going to attack him nevertheless. If he had his Great Wall, I didn't care because I had these units. I needed to actually do something with them. So the best thing, you could always delete the units and get gold from those units, but uh, you would still lose a lot in that case. So the best would be to attack someone and make them build up at least close enough military as you have. And at this point, I'm just building up my economy in my cities, and the Byzantians will have to start building units at this point of the game to manage to defend against me and against my military. So they will stop building economy and will spend resources for their military, especially their maintenance. So at this point, I'm not sure how much military value I have. I'm sure I'm first, but I'm not sure how much they got. So Budapest is afraid of me again. Budapest was doesn't really have any units because that barbarian camp was constantly harassing. Sorry for that. Um, okay, so I missed my opportunity to actually demand a tribute. I'm not sure if I did or didn't. So I'm just gonna declare the war here. He's grateful. So I'm gonna suffer. My units are gonna suffer for one extra turn. I mean movement, not turn. So, but still, that's a fresh new city that he has there, and or it's not really that fresh, but he probably didn't have the happiness to grow it because I assume it's not fresh because it has uh, a pretty distant border. He probably bought some tiles just so he could have his Great Wall benefits even more. So, but it doesn't really matter a lot. So I'm just gonna move with shift clicks. So here I'm just gonna drop his city as soon as possible. Um, I ordered. You can see on that spearman I ordered shift click with my composite bowman and my warrior because at this point he doesn't really expect that the spearman will be close to death or even die. I think he won't die, but will be like one hit away from dying. So there I managed to demand the tribute, which is extremely useful at this point. Um, the reason why you should use shift clicks is because you will surprise him at this point and he won't really have time to react. You can see there's a bit of a lag here, so it doesn't really matter. You can select the action, perform your action, and you can do everything with all of the units you have, and it will do when the lag passes over. When the lag is over, uh, they will do all the actions that you ordered at once. So if you have something important to do, you should do it like that. If not, you could just select every unit and fortify it. They will get, they will fortify at the same time all of them. But at this point, now I didn't really need to shift click. I just wanted to get that. He managed to move his composite bowman. I selected to raise that city. Um, Here I'm trying to clear that camp and build up some um, growth on the Siamese ex-capital. Um, I'm gonna move my swordsman towards his spearman. And I'm not sure if I did use that warrior to attack or not. So I decided to stop that city from raising. The reason why is because I wanted to have um, that city so I could use my great general to make a citadel there in his on his horse tile. those barbarians are actually attacking my troops from the rear, um, which actually had to be dealt with. At this point, I didn't know that Aztecs were close, so um, here I will try to get my. I was assuming his capital was somewhere south of the his spearmen, but I was wrong. I could have bought another tile there towards his capital and wait a bit. So I lost the unit to that barbarian, which was unfortunate. And as you can see, with this number of troops, I managed to take his city. And he has two horse units. The Byzantium unique unit, Cataphract, is actually extremely powerful. It has 15 strength, and it just replaces the horsemen. So it's really insanely strong unit for the early game, and it has free movements and has ability to fortify, which changes everything. So here I am going to try and sneak in. Um, he will probably use those horse units to kill one of my units. Yeah, that was the one. And here I had to just do it fast to, and his horse unit attacked my uh, swordsman and died because it managed to fortify and had like 125% of defense, which it lagged for me and him as well. Since he's writing on the Russian language, I can't see anything. I mean, he's probably using the Russian keyboard settings, uh, so I'm not able to see anything, or sometimes I see just hieroglyphs. So he's complaining that it's laggy. I had lag as well. You can even notice here that I like 2 or more seconds when it's almost the video is almost 2 times normal speed, double the normal speed. So it's not. You can see I actually ordered all of these units, and it's even more than 4 seconds, I could say, on this speed. So he's not the only one having lag. Um, Here I actually let that worker get stolen, so the barbarians can keep him a while. I'm not sure if that worker was stolen from city-state, so if it was, then I could gain some influence. And here I wanted to see where his capital was actually, so and it was the Great Wall definitely made it impossible to take it at this time. He has some naval units. Their unique unit, naval unit, is a range unit. I'm not sure what strength it has. At this point, I actually knew that Aztecs will attack me, um, because they're both Russians. Maybe they are some friends or anything, but still, it's the smartest thing to do to help out the Byzantium here, because if I manage to take out the Byzantines, actually, I think it's the Byzantines, it's how it's pronounced. He needed to actually help him out, because if I did take out the Byzantines, I would have easily taken out the Aztecs as well. So they decided to unite against me. So that worker wasn't really in much of a trouble, because the barbarian that already holds a worker won't usually go for the new one. Here I needed to scout with that 3M to see if they have any naval units. I mean, if they have some space or connection through water to reach me navally, that would really hurt. Here I'm just trying to pillage his luxuries. So he is probably uh, happy at the moment, but I would like to disable his happiness, his growth. He has like 9 population, which isn't that much. Since they don't have any gold, I assume they got some military. Um, which actually my purpose of my troops uh, is uh, beneficial for me. I mean, they are actually doing what I wanted them to do. And I'm just gonna try and get my... So at this point, the Aztecs declared war on me. Um, Luckily, I can move over hills as it's normal terrain. Here I'm just gonna enhance my religion. So 1 happiness from shrines, and wanted to have religion spread to those city-states around me, and my cities really fast. So I'm close to getting machinery, which was one of the reasons why I was sticking around with those composites, saving them to actually try and get my composite bowman before he does, which would really mean a lot. I'm just picking off some of the Aztecs units there. He's a little bit careless. Um, so here I really don't want to let that barbarian pillage all of my tiles before I kill him. And his units are opened for attack. Uh, okay, so he moved his horsemen in the my city range. So I'm a lot on negative happiness at the moment. I'm saving my social policy when I era so I could go rationalism, but there's no big hurry for that because I'm really unhappy, and the reason which why I'm keeping that city still alive is only because I don't want to lose my citadel, and I just want to do as much damage as I actually can with those units. So in 2 turns I'm going to be able to upgrade my units into crossbowmen and try to take out his capital, which was a pretty low chance for success attempt, but still I would actually sacrifice my growing at the moment for having that chance.